Ansel rushed up next to the maid that was waiting with the old man, saying, "What happened?" The maid tried her best to convey the situation quickly, saying with a stammer, "I don't know, sir. My lady, she just started to run toward the cliff. She ran, sir. I told her that the young master came here to shore side and then she ran to the cliff," Yeoman said, trying to grasp the urgency. Ansel looked with peering eyes and saw a second figure at the top of the cliff, and said, "I understand now." He turned to the butlers that followed behind him and gave a signal. Their speed increased, passing all three, and heading to the cliff's back. Yeoman, confused, turned to the head butler saying, "What is going on? Why is everyone going to the top of that cliff?" Ansel turned to the old man in acknowledgement, before turning his attention back to the cliff saying, "Our lady is running toward the top of the cliff, where your young master stands." Yeoman grew cold when he followed Ansel's gaze and saw the figure at the very edge of the cliff, saying in hollow helplessness, "Young master." When Lady Pelorus finally reached the top, the rays of sun illuminated the back of a man, wearing a suit of her namesake. He stood with arms wide open, leaning forward listlessly. She saw this and tears began to flow for the body that leaned away from her, as she cried out from the depth of her love, "Please, my lord, don't let this man die." The man, who had begun his descent, turned just in time to see precious azure and emerald eyes, which captivated him so, and regret filled a reaching hand, but he could only see the sky. The man disappeared from her sight, yet she was pulled with longing of a bond beyond beckoning, boasting, or beauty, but a covenant between man and woman set by He on high. From let there be light to the end of her breath, eternity in an instant, before jumping faithfully off the edge, with none to restrain her. For faith reached through her to him, with arms wide open did she reach for him, and with like arms did a large swell catch both of them, taking them away from the jagged drop and into the peaceful deep. Ansel, who witnessed this, dropped to his knees and wept, and so did the other servants. Yeoman gripped his chest and felt his breath begin to leave his torn heart. Their wails and agony traveled far, and were even acknowledged by new eyes that, too, bore witness to the events that unfolded, eyes that saw a young man walk up a cliff, and then a maiden, with her servants running after her. It saw the man fall and then the maiden after him, and it saw the sea swallow them wholly. All this did the eyes see, and after all it witnessed, did it wait patiently, watching the story unfold.